Our political panel is back, and Nina, before we talk about it, I have to tip my hat to these four. These are actually, whether you want to vote for them or not, they are very distinguished people. Governor Pataki, three-term governor, Governor Jindal, also a member of Congress, Senator Santorum, Senator Lindsey Graham, and I got to tip my hat for them to go out and do this like they do.
And they actually had a lot of space to have a real conversation with just the four of them on stage. You got into some really meaty conversations. Interesting to watch Lindsey Graham because he's really what the face of the Republican Party wanted to be at this point, right? I mean, he turned to Rick Santorum at one point, defending immigration reform, and said Hispanics are Americans too, because Bobby Jindal was suggesting they might not be. He was standing up against a government shutdown rather than funding Planned Parenthood. He was talking, just as you saw just there, about compromise, how Reagan compromised and drank with Tip O'Neill. So it's sort of like that's where the party wished it had gone, and it hasn't quite worked out that way.
Betsy?
I thought Lindsey was a firecracker tonight, and it was a totally different contender than we saw in the last debate. In the last debate, he looked troubled, and this time around, he nailed it. The fact that he had a laugh line talking about drinking was really good. He doesn't have a reputation as a heavy drinker in Washington. He's not one of these booze hounds. So he's even reaching across the bar aisle there, if you will. I thought he did really well, stood out. Jindal, I thought strategically was very smart.
So
going after Senate Republicans, going after D.C. leadership, that kind of helps him sort of burnish his outsider credentials.
Betsy, Nina, thank you both very much.